Hi guys, in this video we are going to learn about conditional statements. Decision making in any programming language is very important because there can be some situations that we want our piece of code, or you can say a block of code, to be executed after only a certain condition is being fulfilled. So the programming language uses these control statements to control the flow and the execution of a program on some specific conditions. And for that, there are some predefined conditional statements in any programming language to be used. And same here is with Java. So we will see what are those statements. Java has various kind of conditional statements which it uses, like if else, if, nested if, and switch case. These are all different kind of statements which can be used in Java for taking the decisions. So we will see that how does actually it looks. So you remember the previous project we have, we will create one new class and we will name it as a condition. Okay, automatically class is being created. Now what we will do, I will make one small program and we will see first condition is that if. So what we will do, we will create one public static void main, and here we will take one integer age. Age is like for 10 we will take it. Integer is a data type and age is a variable. So we will put it if I is greater than 18, then what it should do, it should print some statement like system.out.println valid for license. Okay, and in case if it is not, then we will put invalid. Now what will happen actually, if i's value, age value, actually it's age, so we'll put it as a age. So age is greater than 18, in that case it is valid for license, otherwise it will simply present invalid. So what I will do, I will run this conditional program. So right click on this, so only this particular file should run, and then we will see invalid. So why exactly is saying invalid? Because it's not satisfying the condition. Now in case if I do this 19, then what will happen, we will run it again, valid for license. So this is actually thing happens when we are using only if statement, because we are just checking it. If it is valid, then okay, otherwise we cannot go ahead with that. Second thing, it comes with the help of else statement. So what we will do, instead of this we will remove this statement, we will put it as else. We properly use the else and we will use the statement not valid for license. Now you may be thinking that what's the purpose that we are using that if here, and then we already seen that statement is printing that previous values. So why we need to use the else? The reason behind is that if we use the else, it helps us that some other kind of statements if we want to print it. Later on, if we do not use the else, in the condition of nested if else if, you will have a problem with that. That's why they have been introduced the else. So what we will do, we will just delete all these values from here, and again we will come here and then we'll just run this file. So now what will happen, it will say valid for license. Why? Because it's greater than that. Now what we will do, I will change the value here. Again I will just delete here console values, right click on it, and then like condition main. Then it will say not valid for license. Now this is another condition. Now there can be a condition where you have a nested if else condition, means if system is there, otherwise if it is not there. So what we will do, we will create one more file here so that it should not be confusing. Java class nested So what we will do, we will put it here, int x is equals to 10, and then we will see here how this nested if works. So if x is equals to 10, and then we will close it. In that case, and then what we are going to do, why, if it is showing some kind of message, why? Because we have it not used it till the time. One important thing, if you are missing it, public static void main okay, and then we have a statement closed, and then it's done. Now you can see. So you see what's the values. This was intentionally I'm missing the void main statement. So you should never miss the main statement, because without main function is missed, things will not go ahead. So what we will do, we will have nested if statements here. So if x is less than 15, so what we are going to print here, system dot out println x is smaller than 15. If you want to print this text, you have to put it into double quotes. So you have to just put it into double quotes. Now we have one more if statement, we will use it here. So if x is less than 12, then what we are going to print? So what we can do for saving the time, we'll just copy paste, and x is smaller than 12 also, else. This is a very basic thing I am telling you all here. We will see all these things to be used in the applications of Android when we will create. So what we are going to put, we are just going to run this file. So what is the message is coming? X is smaller than 15 and x is smaller than 12 also. Why? Because the x value is 10. So this is your nested if statement. Now if you go if else if ladder, means like if else if, we will create one more file here so that it will be easy for you to understand. Nested if else. So what we are going to do, we will just copy paste from here our methods, which saves us some time and can be done. Now what I will do, int z is equals to 20. Okay. Now if z is equals to 10, then we will use this statement, system.out.println, and z, we will put it into double quotes. So z is 10. Okay. Else, now you see here, else if. So what we can do here, we can just simply copy this section from here, if, and then put one more condition. So what we can do here, put 15, and again we can just copy paste from here, and that we can do this is 15. Now is a else if else ladder. So what we are going to do, we will put one more condition here, if is equals to 20, so is equals to 20. Now at the else, you can just put anything. I'll just copy paste here, and then it will work. Z is not available. So what I am going to do here, this is a if, else if, else if. Like this you can have a various kind of conditions. You have to take it in a account of that how you are going to use it here. So I am going to run it. So once I am running this, you see Z is 20. Why? This statement is being satisfied. So like this, there is one more that is called the switch case statement. This switch statement is actually a multi-way, or you can say various way of reaching to some particular point. It provides a very easy way to have an execution of different parts of course based on the expressions of the values which is being provided to it. So the expressions can be like bytes, short and integer, char and kind of things. But the most of the case here, duplicate here is actually a case of switch and case. Means if this is the condition satisfied, switch to that case, and when we define it, it will be in different cases. And it is having one more statement that is called the default statement. Means if nothing is being satisfied, that default statement will automatically execute. And here we use break statement, so that whenever that statement is being satisfied or whenever that condition is being satisfied, at that time it should not go ahead with that. We can remove the break statement as well. So we will see one small example of it. So what I will do, I will create one again file Java switch case. Okay, so we will just take your main statement from here. It becomes good. Okay, now we have some integer a is equals to 5. Okay, and then we do it. Now how does it start? Switch. Okay, it starts in the bracket. In the bracket what the value comes? A. Why? Is the variable comes. Now the thing starts from here. The braces started, the brackets. Now in this case there are different cases. Case 0, and then we will have one statement. We will take it from here, and with the help of the system dot out dot println, and then what we can say is a is 0. Okay, so what we will do, we will use the break statement here. We will see what are the cases. So now this one case is being satisfied. Okay, we will use a colon, so we can make multiple cases here like this. What we can do here, 1, 2 and 3. Now what is actually going to here? 1 a is 2, or a is 4, or a is 5. Now in case nothing is there, so we will use the default. As you can see, the default keyword comes. So we'll take this system.out.println. Don't be confused because if I am taking the copy paste, it's just saving the time, so that video should not be lengthy. A is greater than 2. Okay, now you see what statement is going to be satisfied over here, and according to that it will execute. So what we will do, we'll execute, and let's see what are the values coming here. So what is this? A is greater than 2. Why? Because none of the statement is being satisfied. Here what is this now? 0, 1, 2, 3. Why? Because the value, this case is actually following this particular A. So we have 0, we have 1, we have 2, we have 3, and then we have default. In case if you may be thinking there is a condition where 5 should satisfy, so what I will do, I will change the value of 5 and I will make it as 3. So let's see what value comes out and what execution is going to happen. So run switch case manually. Now A is 5. Why? Because on the case 3 A should be 5. Like this it's get worked on. So these are the conditional statements, and where we use it in different kind of scenarios. We use the break. Why? If we do not use the break over here, what is exactly going to happen? The particular case will execute, but all other cases will also be executed. So in the real-time scenario, whenever you are making a statement, at that time you have to be very careful regarding that. So see you guys in another video with the new things.